I'm sat on the floor, the camera's balanced on Xbox 360 games, and I'm ill. And I forgot how to be a YouTuber, but I need to upload again. I don't know the last time I did a sit-down video like this of just me. It's a very, very long time ago. Today's video is going to be the first time tag. I don't like it being called that because it's just automatically clickbait, so I'm going to call it the first tag. Pretty sure I haven't done this before, and it's bad that I didn't know that, but I've been making YouTube videos since about 2011, so there's quite a possibility I could have made it before. Actually getting the questions up on my laptop. There we go. What was your first tweet? I'm going to have to look this up. Is there a way to look at your first tweet? Oh, so apparently I must have had a Twitter before this, because it's saying my first tweet was on the 6th of August 2013, which would be 4 years ago. And I've had Twitter for way longer than that. But that's my first tweet. It's really not that interesting. Yeah. What was your first YouTube video? My very first video on this channel was called Lucy and Anna's Soapio Experience. But it was basically a vlog from the summer of, I would think I was in year 8 or year 9 or something. And Lucy and Anna went to like a meetup with this YouTuber, and then I wanted to like film a vlog reaction of them coming back.
Okay. Guys, just talk about the moment 3 weeks. Oh my god.
I'm a lot better at vlogging now. I think I've got the vlogging thing on point when I actually remember to do it. What was your first alcoholic drink? I don't really remember, because when you're a kid you kind of have like sips of your dad's beer and stuff like that, so maybe something like that. Maybe I had a shandy or something. What was your first job? My first job was working at a supermarket place. This was only last year. It was alright, I didn't mind it. I got good pay, and way more than I get now. Who was the first person to text you today? Don't know actually, I'll have a look. I don't use texting, so I look on Facebook. I think it was my sister, or I text her, possibly. But she texted me back, so. Who was your first teacher? My first teacher in my primary school was called Mrs. Gilfeather, and I think she taught my sisters as well, so she must have been really old, and she's probably really old now. God, I hope she's still alive. Where did you go on your first ride on an aeroplane? The first place, I've only been abroad twice, so I've been on a plane twice. I went to Tenerife the first time, and I went to Greece the second time. Where was your first sleepover? I think my first sleepover was either at one of my cousin's house, because I used to stay at my cousin's a lot when I was younger, because we were like close in age, so we always just had fun. My first sleepover of friends was probably Anna's house, because Anna had a sleepover for her birthday every year where we'd usually do something, get pizza, then have a sleepover at hers, and we'd watch loads of films in her conservatory. But I remember that was like a staple for like every year of her birthday. What's the first thing you do in the morning? Check my phone, which is bad. Everyone's like, oh, you shouldn't check your phone. That's not true. I go for a wee because I wake up desperate for the toilet, because I stop myself going to the toilet in the night because I don't like coming upstairs. What was the first ever concert you went to? My first concert was Glee Live. I'm not ashamed. I had a great time. And I've only ever been to one other concert after that, which was Ollie Murs, which people still think is not as good, but I really enjoyed it, so good. First broken bone. I've never broken a bone, touch wood. I don't even have that many bad injuries. I think the only 2 times I've been to A&E is I cut my chin open when I was younger. I can't even remember the story of how I did it. Like, I don't actually know. I'll have to ask my mum and dad about that. And I've got a scar on my foot here, because I think my sister left a glass on the floor, and then I was running around the house and I kicked the glass over and cut my foot open. This needed stitches, this one did not. First piercing. I do not have any piercings, not even my ears. I've never had them pierced, and I never want to, because I don't like jewellery, so there'll be no point in me having piercings. First movie you remember seeing? Oh, in the cinema. I always get mixed up in this, because everyone seems to know the first film they saw in the cinema for the first time. And I think I should, as a film student, because everyone's like, oh, what's the thing that got you into film? I specifically remember seeing The Prisoner of Azkaban in the cinema. I'm not sure when that came out, I'll look it up. That was 2004, but I remember seeing Brother Bear on a school trip. I don't know why we went on a school trip to the cinema. Yeah, I saw Brother Bear, that was 2003, so possibly that was the first film I saw in the cinema. I think I saw one of the Shreks as well. I saw the second Shrek. When did that come out? Let's see, Shrek 2 was 2004, so it must have been Brother Bear. I probably went to the cinema before that, but that's the first film I remember seeing in the cinema. Who was your first roommate? My first roommate, actually, was when I moved into my halls at uni, and I had 9 other roommates. And that seems like a lot, but we all had our own bedroom. We just shared a kitchen and a bathroom. What's the first thing you do when you get home? If I'm getting home from work and it's like a closing shift, I normally just go straight upstairs and start making food. And I always take my bra off as soon as I get home. What was the first book I remember reading? Now, I was a bit of a bookworm as a kid. I had Roald Dahl books that I'd read. I had about 4 or 5 of them. I had Jackie and Wilson books, and I had pretty much all of them. Every time a new one came out, I would get it and read it immediately. And I only ever had the 5th, 6th and 7th Harry Potter books, so I read The Order of the Phoenix quite a bit, but I didn't actually read the first 4 until I was probably like 10. When did you go to your first party? First actual house party that wasn't like a rubbish one where you play spin the bottle when you're about 13 was probably when I was 16, and I think it was at Lucy's house. It was at Lucy's house. That was fun times. I can't have been 16, must have been 17. I think I was 17. So, not old enough to be drinking, but my mum and dad knew I was there. It was fine. What's the first app you check when you wake up in the morning? Normally, I check whatever's got the most notifications, so it would usually be Facebook Messenger because I don't really use any other texting. I kind of use WhatsApp, but it doesn't really work on my phone properly because my phone is broken. That's a whole other story. But normally that, or just Facebook because I have notifications because stuff could have happened. But people normally contact me on Facebook Messenger, so that, because it's normally checking group chats because someone will post at like 2 a.m. if they've been out or something like that, and you've got to catch up because else, you know, when you've got about 100 messages to read in a group chat and you're just so behind and you don't want to read it, so you have to keep up. And I think I'm going to leave it at that for today. Thank you for watching, and I will make some more sit-down videos. If anyone has any ideas for videos I want to make or tags or anything, I know it's like classic YouTuber to not make any proper videos and then come back making a bloody tag video, but it's just a way to get me back into YouTube. Easy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!